Welcome to Driveway Garage. So I'm working on putting a backup camera on my car. I tried one, but due honest, I could not get it to work. They sent me a replacement camera because the other one would not boot up. Still couldn't get it to connect to the monitor. So I got one from Autovox. See if the name's on this box and run out. So you can see it. This is the one I got, Autovox. And I'll show you what I did. Now, I have a jump box, and I tried to power the camera up. There's my jump box. But it wouldn't, for some reason, it'll charge a battery, but it wouldn't power up the camera. So then I took a couple clamps, as you see here. I ended up using these two red clamps. They're just cheap clamps, but I clamped one to the negative and one to the positive on the wires, and that didn't work. I thought, man, here we go again. So I already had this connector on here from the other camera. This is the wire that I had hooked up, but it won't work on the new camera. So I took these out of the connector. Now I took my this is a 2006 Tundra, so every vehicle is going to be different. But there's two 10mm bolts. One goes here, one goes here, and then the taillight assembly just came out. Now I had already attached these to my backup camera. My backup lights. As you can see here, the top one is the backup lights. And I tested it, I made sure I had power here and everything. So I undid these two clamps. They just squeezed together with a pair of pliers. In my other videos I showed that. I took the positive, put it to the red one, red and blue. I took the black and red, hooked it up to this black and white, got them shoved in there, clamped them all together, and it works. So let me show you what I did. Now I have mine wired to the backup lights. You can wire it to your tail lights if you want your monitor on all the time. I did not want that. So it comes, here's the monitor, and it comes with a lot of cable. It's so much cable that I could actually stretch it all the way back to the back of the vehicle. See, I'm clear back here. And that way I could keep an eye on it. But I saw that it was working. In case I had to pair it, I wanted to be able to go back a long ways. So, let's see here. Put that in there. Get the cable out of the way so I don't end up slamming it in the door or something. Let me pause this for a second, because what I have to do is put the key in, put my foot on the brake, and put it into reverse. And that's going to power up the camera, which will power up the monitor. Because as you can see, if you just turn on the monitor, you're just going to get a red light that shows it has power, but until the camera comes on, it won't attach and the monitor won't come on itself. So hang on a second. I also blocked my back tire so I don't accidentally roll backwards. And the other day I used my emergency brake. Okay, key's still in ignition. All I have to do is get in here, put my foot on the brake just like you're going to drive it, put it in reverse. Look at that. I now have a backup camera. Now you can go into these settings in here. On the back of the monitor, there's three buttons. The middle one is the menu, and then that one toward this one right here is the OK button, and the other two are scroll up and down. So let me get this around here. So you push the middle button and it goes to the pairing mode, and it shuts right off. But anyway, you got your different controls you can do. Now in my case, it's already paired, so I don't have to hit the OK button. But if I put it in the pairing mode, hit the OK button, it would pair the two. And you can also, I think, adjust those lines, at least you could on the other camera. On the other camera, I could move these lines up and down. Sorry, it's not focusing. So depending on where you put your camera, these lines might have to be adjusted up and down, in and out, so you can actually make sure you're not going to back into something. But I'm pretty jazzed. I also have this little Bluetooth adapter. I use this because I have Pandora on my phone, and then this runs the music through my speakers in my car. Also, it runs my navigation, so I can hear that and the music. But I have 2 more outlets over here, so probably, let's just unplug this. I think I'll just probably move that over there. Yep, it's powered up. The backup camera's still working. Then I just have to wad up this extra wire, do something with it, put a zip tie or something around it. It came with one of those bread ties, so I may just reuse that. Get that up out of the way. And then I'm going to attach my camera. For some reason, because this dash is so slippery, I have a hard time getting anything to stick to it. So I'll probably turn it upside down, stick it on the windshield, and then just rotate the camera or the monitor around so it's right side up. I'm pretty excited because I have spent like 2 hours trying everything to get the Do Honest camera to work, and it never would work. And now I have a backup camera. Let me show you that real quick in the back. Okay, make sure there's no wires that are going to get pinched and broken. Now on my truck, I've got a big hole right there, so I can drop my wires down through there, run them over by the bumper, and then I can mount this to the license plate bracket and tilt it at whatever angle I need to. And I can take these wires and route them wherever I need to. Now this does come apart right here at this connector, so I don't have to have some big bulky hole to get everything through. So let me go ahead and get my wires routed. There's plenty of room in here, space. If I need to take the extra wire and hold it up in here, I can zip tie it or whatever there. I now have my power here, and this is out of the moisture, so I don't have to worry about the connectors getting wet. So let me go ahead, and I think it's a Phillips screw. Hang on. Actually, it's just a couple of bolts. So I don't think it's 10 millimeters. It probably looks more like 8. Because this is a 10 millimeter, and yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, it does. Okay, well, I guess I know where I'm gonna mount it. Right there. On the other side, it'd be in front of my tags, and the police probably wouldn't like that. So I'll get that mounted on here, run the wires in behind here, get them situated, and I'll show you what I did. All right, I got it in place. I just have to go inside, turn it on, and adjust it to what's going to work for me. But anything is going to be better than nothing, because I do Home Depot deliveries, and I leave when it's dark. Now that it's winter time, pay no attention, to all the damage on this truck. I promise. It was that way when I bought it. That's why I'm trying to avoid things like that. Because if you don't have a backup camera, you end up dinging your vehicle everywhere. This wouldn't help this guy. Anyway, I'm going to turn it on, see what it looks like, then I can adjust it. I did replace my light bulbs with LEDs, so they're a little brighter, so that'll help. But I have to go to Home Depot by 6 o'clock in the morning, pick up deliveries. It's pitch black. And a lot of times these driveways, you're trying to make a U-turn in the driveway and you can't see behind you. This is going to be so nice. Let's go inside. Oh, what I did was I ran the wire over the bumper, in behind the bumper, up through that hole, and then I tied everything together so there's not a bunch of slack. Put the tail light back in. Let's go inside, turn this thing on, see what she looks like. Now, like I said before, you can hook this up if you want to your lights. So if you drive with your lights on, you can have a camera all the time. Maybe you want to get somebody's license plate number that's tailgating you or something. I don't want to do that. I just want a camera when I back up. One more notch. Okay. Now, you'll see the plug-in is LEDs lit up. The monitor's lit up. And as soon as I put it in reverse, there we go. All right, so hang on a second. Okay, now before it was on mirror image, and I'm not even sure what that was doing, but maybe I just turned the monitor upside down. Oh, I guess it's on normal, so that's the way it's going to be. I'll stick this to the windshield down here someplace where I can see it. And look at that. Now I can back up. And I think those lines are adjustable in and out and back and forth. Let me try that. Now the other camera I had, you could move the lines up and down, and I think you could narrow them and widen them, but this is going to be perfect. I can see that little shiny thing there as my hitch, so I want to know where I'm at. And the biggest thing is now, I'll go stick something back there and let's see how close it is for accuracy. So I got this oil container here. That's about a foot away from where my hitch is going to hit. Let's see what it looks like on the monitor. Can't even see it. So I might have to tilt it down a little bit. Let's do that. Let's see what we got now. Tilt it down just a little bit because you want to be able to see stuff. Okay, now you can see the oil container in the corner there. So that'll be good. Anything in that red zone. I could even tilt it down a little further, I think, because you just don't want to be backing into stuff. So I'll tilt it a little bit more. That way, anything in the red zone, I know I'm about to hit it. Oh, that's perfect. So it's pretty close to the first of the red. So I know I still have a foot of space. It looks like my hitch is sticking out there, but maybe I need to go the other direction, huh? Otherwise, it's going to be confusing. Bear with me. We'll get this figured out. So I've got between the oil 1.5 feet before I would hit it if that was like another car or wall. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's better. I just don't know. What do you think? Do I take it out further? So I'm at the beginning of the red, so that's where my caution's at. Hang on. I think it kind of throws it off because of the hitch sticking up there. But I'm still going to be able to see if there's something behind me. I'll know if I'm going to hit it. I can get as close as possible. So I'm going to live with that. I'll stick this to the windshield, zip tie up that extra wire, and we'll be good. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out. I'll try to remember to post the link to this. See those LED lights? Maybe they don't show up good on the camera, but they are really much brighter than the other ones. And I can just keep that clean because when you're driving down the road, it's going to get some road film on it and stuff. Easy to wipe off. See, a person could, if they wanted to, with the sticky stuff they put on the back of there, a guy could have mounted it right in the center here. I actually could have mounted it here, in behind the plate, drilled an extra hole, but I'm happy with the way that is there. I can live with it. I'll give it a few days, see how it works as far as backing everything up. I think it's just going to be a vast improvement. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps. If you're thinking about putting one of these in, I went with Bluetooth, so I didn't have to figure out how to run a wire all the way down, take off all the trim. You got to get it up behind your dash, figure out how to get it to the monitor, and then you got to take all this trim off here, front and back, and then route it underneath your box, all that kind of stuff. That's why I went with Bluetooth. And hopefully it serves its purpose. Thanks again for watching. Hope this helps somebody out. And like I said, I'll try to remember to post the link to Amazon. I just ordered it a couple days ago. It came here right away. No problems. Thanks again.